So, you want to build that aesthetic physique, but you don't have a gym? You're in exactly the right place. Look, if you're between, say, 14 and 25, and you're ready to actually do the work, this 5-step plan is for you. And the best part? No equipment needed. We're talking about results you can actually see, not in months, but in just a few weeks. Let's dive in. But hang on. Before we jump into the workouts, let's get on the same page. What does an aesthetic physique even mean? Is it just being skinny or super jacked? Or is it something else entirely? Let's clear that up right now. So check this out. We're not talking about age or, whether you can grow a beard. We're talking about physical structure. An aesthetic physique, a man's physique, has that defined V shape, you've got visible abs, and everything is in proportion. It gives you this strong, sharp look, even when you've got a t-shirt on. That's the goal we're shooting for. And here's our roadmap to get there. We're going to start with the upper body blueprint, then we'll carve out that V-shaped core and build a solid foundation with your legs. After that, we'll talk about the fuel, your diet, and finally, the engine that drives it all, your mindset. It's the whole package. All right, first things first, the upper body. Think about it. Broad arms, a wide chest, strong shoulders. These are a huge part of that aesthetic look we're after. And to build them, we really just need to master 2 basic movements, the push and the pull. The absolute foundation here is the push-up. It seems basic, I know, but it is so effective. If you're just starting out, no shame in beginning with knee push-ups to build that initial strength. Once you've got those down, move on to normal push-ups and really focus on perfect form. From there, you can level up to incline push-ups. Just use a table or your bed to really hit the upper chest. And finally, diamond push-ups are going to carve out that inner chest and blast your triceps. This progression means you're always getting stronger. Okay, so we've got the push covered, but for every push, you need a pull. That's how you build a strong back and keep your body balanced. But what if you don't have a pull-up bar at home? It's a super common problem, but don't worry, there are some really simple workarounds. Here are 2 awesome ways to get that pull work in. You can do doorway rows. Just hook a strong towel around a pair of door handles, lean back, and pull. It's amazing for your back and biceps. Another great one is reverse table dips, which are fantastic for hitting your triceps and upper back. Remember, balancing push and pull is absolutely key for that proportional physique. All right, let's move on to building that V-shaped core. Honestly, this is probably the most eye-catching part of an aesthetic physique. And it takes more than just doing 1,000 crunches. We're going to focus on exercises that hit your entire core and really shape your midsection. Here are 4 powerhouse exercises you can do literally anywhere. Leg raises are killer for targeting those stubborn lower abs. The plank? It builds incredible overall stability. Then you've got Russian twists, which are going to hit your obliques and really help define that V-line. And finally, mountain climbers are amazing because they sculpt your abs and burn fat at the same time. But listen, this is so important. You can do all the core exercises in the world, but your abs will not show up if they're hiding under a layer of fat. It's just a fact. That's why your core training has to, and I mean has to, be paired with a clean diet and maybe a little cardio. This part is non-negotiable. Okay, let's talk about the one thing so many people skip: legs. Come on, you know who you are. But here's the deal. A physique with a big upper body and skinny legs just looks incomplete. A strong lower body gives you power, stability, and balance. So rule number 1, we never skip leg day. And guess what? You don't need heavy weights to build them. Bodyweight squats are the king here. They work everything: quads, glutes, calves. Lunges are amazing for balance and stability. Wall sits might look easy, but trust me, they will set your thighs on fire. And of course, simple calf raises are going to give you those defined, strong lower legs. Okay, we're shifting gears now. The biggest names in fitness, the most successful athletes, they'll all tell you the same thing. Your body isn't built in that 1 hour you're working out. It's built in the other 23 hours. And that means your diet and your recovery are just as important, if not more important, than the exercises themselves. You've heard this a million times, right? Abs are made in the kitchen? Well, it's not just a catchy phrase. It is 100% true. What you eat is literally the raw material your body uses to build muscle and burn fat. Your nutrition isn't an afterthought. It's the main event. And when we're talking about diet, protein is king. But here's a pretty shocking fact. A recent study found that 70%, that's 70% of people in India, are actually deficient in protein. That is a massive roadblock if you're trying to build muscle. And that is a huge problem. I mean, why? Well, think of it this way. Protein is made of amino acids, and those are the literal building blocks for your muscles. When you work out, you create tiny tears in your muscles.
Your body needs protein to repair those tears and rebuild them stronger. Without enough protein, you're just breaking your muscles down without giving them what they need to grow back.
The good news is you don't need to go out and buy expensive supplements. You can get what you need from simple, everyday foods like eggs, milk, sprouts, and peanuts. Just remember to balance these with good carbs like roti or rice for energy and some healthy fats from nuts. Oh, and of course, drink at least 3 to 4 liters of water every single day. And now we've arrived at the final, and I would argue the most important step of all. You can have the perfect workout plan, you can have the perfect diet, but if you don't have the right mindset and discipline, you will not get far. This right here is the engine that drives your entire transformation. At the very heart of all of this is one word: consistency. It's not about feeling motivated every single day, because you won't. It's about having the discipline to show up and do the work anyway, especially on the days you don't feel like it. That, my friends, is where your real power lies. So what's going to get in your way? It's usually not a lack of time, it's a lack of focus. Overthinking everything, scrolling endlessly on your phone, these are the biggest killers of progress. They don't just waste your time, they literally drain your energy and kill your drive. And let's be real about one of the biggest energy drains out there: spending too much time with porn and masturbation. It gives you this quick, artificial hit of dopamine that can leave you feeling tired, lazy, and completely unmotivated. That cheap, easy pleasure robs you of the real-life drive you need to go after big goals, like transforming your body. If you're serious about this, you've got to manage those distractions. So how do you actually build that champion mindset? It's simple, but it's not easy. First, create a daily routine. Second, you have to follow it for 21 days. No excuses, no days off. And third, and this is the most important part, become loyal to the promises you make to yourself. When you start honoring your own word, your mind becomes incredibly strong. So let's tie it all together. Think of it like this: your workout is the tool you use to shape your body. Your diet is the fuel that makes it all possible. But your mindset is the foundation that everything else is built on. And there you have it, the complete 5-step plan, from that first push-up all the way to building a champion's mind. The blueprint is right here, in your hands. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?